Virus pandemic escalates in Maryland. More than 8,200 people have tested positive for COVID-19. 235 people have died. Now the governor sounds the alarm on the disproportionate coronavirus deaths among African Americans, and he released data to show it. WJZ is live. Amy Kawada has more details for us. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Lynn. Governor Larry Hogan says Maryland now has data on race for about 80% of its cases and is now releasing zip code data. This is all in an effort to bring federal and state any disparities to light.
This disparity among African Americans is very disturbing.
Governor Hogan on ABC's This Week is now calling for portions of the state to be labeled a hotspot after data revealing African American Marylanders make up the largest group of cases. The governor assuring he'll use this data to pull resources to those communities.
It's where almost all of our attention and all of our focus, all of our money, all of our health care, all the assistance from the National Guard.
On Sunday, the state released zip code data showing Baltimore's 21215 with the most cases. Hundreds of cases in Pikesville and Randallstown areas and clusters along the Bel Air Road corridor in northeast Baltimore. In Cecil County, cases are spreading at Calvert Manor Healthcare Center, where there are at least 74 infected and 1 death, leaving officials worried about everyone else inside.
I am deeply saddened that this disease has spread to a location which houses some of the most vulnerable citizens.
And the health department says they're working with a nursing home there to make sure the staff has enough personal protection equipment and proper training to help stop the spread. Reporting live this morning, I'm Amy Kawada for WJZ.
Amy, thank you. Easter Sunday was the day President Trump had hoped to reopen the country and pack churches. In an Easter message, he said he hopes Americans can get back together soon. Dr. Anthony Fauci said it's possible the country could begin a gradual reopening as early as May, but it would not be a one-size-fits-all approach.
It is not going to be a light switch that we say, okay, it is now June, July, or whatever, click, the light switch goes back on. It's going to be depending where you are in the country.
FDA Commissioner Stephen Hahn says the U.S. is nearing the peak of infections, but acknowledged more testing is critical. With social distancing guidelines due to expire at the end of the month, the president is launching a new task force this week focused on restarting the economy. While the amount of infections and deaths can be disturbing numbers to hear, we want to report people can recover from COVID-19. Nearly 33,000 Americans have contracted and then beaten the coronavirus. Pope Francis celebrated Easter Mass inside St. Peter's Basilica. Usually, St. Peter's Square outside the church is decorated with fresh flowers for Easter Sunday, but instead the cobblestone was bare. All of the Pope's Holy Week activities were modified, taking place with no participation by the public. Yesterday, Archbishop William Lori hosted Mass, then joined volunteers at Sacred Heart Parish in Glendon to give out hundreds of boxes and bags of food. He says one of the ways we can reach out during the time is by helping other people. Archbishop Lori says the pandemic cannot stop charity.
I think that the hope that the Lord gave us in the resurrection is showing itself at a time when many people might think it's hopeless.
He hopes when the pandemic ends, the sense of unity and connection will continue. Many people attended Easter service virtually across the area, and Sean Stryker spoke with church leaders.
Empty church parking lots, not what you would expect to see on Easter Sunday, but because of COVID-19, many churches are holding their Easter service online. The pews empty, the choir small but loud, and the message powerful at Easter service at Christian Life Church in Baltimore County.
You, oh Lord, are my strength and song, my salvation.
We are not celebrating Easter like we normally do in the traditional way.
Senior pastor Dr. Hugh Baer delivering his Easter sermon through a camera lens.
To be honest with you, it brings a feeling of sadness. I'm used to church being full.
Like so many others, Christian Life Church switched to online services as they navigate the coronavirus pandemic.
We are reaching out by various different platforms of communication, like Facebook, trying to connect with people.
The typed amens and hallelujahs, proof that the new ways of communicating are working and that faith can be practiced even under quarantine.
And that's the message that I'm trying to convey, to communicate, that Jesus can come to you right where you are.
In Baltimore County, I'm Sean Stryker for WJZ.
And we have everything you need to know about the coronavirus pandemic all in one place. Go to WJZ.com, look under top stories for a list of resources, and the most important links and numbers are under quick links. You can find it online at WJZ.com. An infant is safe this morning after police say a car was stolen in Anne Arundel County, then found in Baltimore City. Police say they got a call about the stolen Kia Sorento with a 9-month-old child inside. They tracked down that car in the Morrill Park neighborhood, and the baby was still inside the car, unharmed. Police say this investigation is ongoing. WJZ wants to highlight the everyday hero still working right now. So this is Brittany. Her mom shared this photo. Brittany is a vet tech, making sure all pets are getting the care they need through this tough time. And the Havre de Grace Police Department and Susquehanna Hose Company dropped off some pizza to cheer up residents at Lorien Bull Rock Nursing Home. The Easter Bunny was there. If you or someone you love is an everyday hero working an essential job, send us a photo, post it on Twitter or Instagram. Use the hashtag #BeOnWJZ.